Hi everybody, how you doing? Welcome to This Week of Foosball. Thanks for tuning in. Got Mr. Billy Pappas sitting next to me. You're a hard guy to wrangle, do this kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Interviews and me don't go so well.
Whatever. How things going?
Pretty good.
You just got back from Europe.
Yeah, I was there for 3 months.
What'd you do out there?
I stayed in Slovakia, and I played a lot of foosball out there. 3 world championships.
3 world championships on what tables?
Bonzini, tech ball, and Lehmacher.
How'd you do?
I did pretty good. I played with Fred and Bonzini, and he's a beast. And I actually got to play front for him, and that was pretty fun. The tech ball and Lehmacher tournament, I played great the first 2 days and kind of slowed down on the last day. But I had good results.
Did you win any of them?
Bonzini, I won the pro doubles and open doubles. The tech ball tournament, I won pro doubles, and everyone could play. Fred kind of lost early, so happy with that.
So I guess they don't go by the same kind of ranking system as we do over here if you're doing open and pro, right?
Yeah, open and pro, all the pros and pro masters can play. So, yeah, but no lower ranked players. And then they have like a no pro.
In the open, anybody can play.
Yes.
That's a pretty good idea. You know, I thought that would be might go off well here. You know, do something like that.
Yeah, that actually wouldn't be bad. Like there would be a lot of great teams. You know, a lot of great matches.
The open is, you know, what it is, open to everybody, and then you have a pro division where only, you know, certain ranked players can play.
Pro and over, yeah, that would be a good event. I think. It was fun.
The foosball scene in Europe is different than over here.
Yeah, there's a lot more players, and they're a lot younger. And the top level isn't as good as America, but there are like a lot of the semi-pros are really, really good. The rookies are really, really good.
How do they? I guess their point system is similar to ours.
I'm not sure how they do it. I think they do it based on ITSF.
ITSF system.
Yeah. So. I don't think it's correct exactly, because if someone comes from another country to play at a tournament that they've never played in before, they're already a little bit higher ranked.
That happened, and that kind of issue happened a couple years back at Worlds.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. And but it's just because, you know, we should do our homework. I made a suggestion that people who have experience over there, like me, Fred, Tony, Rob, we know all the guys over there, so if they come over here, I said that we should rank them, because I'm pretty sure we could do it accurately.
Yeah.
And now they're coming over, and now they're just pros.
And you can really carry that over to a lot of different players, because we get a lot of players that come in that they're not tour players. They come in every now and then, and they don't get the points because they don't come on tour, but they play locally and they compete locally.
Right.
So if you've got local players that come in that do play on tour, they should be able to say, okay, that person's not a rookie or a beginner.
Yeah, absolutely, especially beginner. Beginner should be people who have played for the first or second time. And the beginners here are really strong.
Right.
You know, that's kind of harsh. When now they're going to be in the playoffs, they have to go to 4.
Right.
And it's going to be extremely hard, you know.
Who did you play with? Who did you play with this weekend?
I played with Tommy Atkinson. It was a lot of fun.
How'd y'all do?
We took 3rd. We didn't seem to play great at the same time. I struggled. You know, I struggled the whole time almost. I played a couple good matches. A couple great matches I played, we lost. So.
What happened with singles?
Singles, Tony just beat me, and I am waiting. They're pretty far back. Ryan's playing Tracy right now. Then
So that's still going on.
Yeah, they're way back.
Right. I talked to Fareed yesterday a little bit about, you know, the rules changes and maybe changing the table up here, you know, from a 3-man goalie to 1-man goalie, and you know that, you know, the controversy about that kind of thing. What do you think about that?
Well, if you know me, I'm kind of against ITSF, so.
Well, you know, that strikes me as odd, because you're one of the elite, one of the few that the ITSF actually, I don't know, it affects. You know, it doesn't really affect the average player.
Well, you know, I don't go to tournaments because they're ITSF tournaments. You know, I go to play, and the 1-man goalie thing just makes the table worse for me, because the zone would be very difficult. Someone like Rob Mares, who is fast, who throws the ball up against the wall, there's no man to protect the wall up, from the 2-bar. He just throws it up there. And if you make that person in singles make that save every time, it's hard when 2 walls are totally open for you.
How do you adjust to that when you play in Europe? And they have
in Europe, the walls it doesn't come off straight. So
why is that? Why does
they all have ramps? So actually, the ramps, in my mind, are a lot worse because some things happen randomly. Sometimes it kind of bounces up off the ramp. Sometimes it does come off a little bit straight. You could even tell on Warrior. It's hard to make that save. If they throw it off that back wall, or if you're already back there, you're gonna think that you have that third man, and you're gonna try to block it off that wall, and it goes right to that 3-bar. It's just hard to make saves for goalie.
So you're saying it's harder for you to adjust? You can't quite adjust?
I just don't like it overall. I think it would be easier for me because I use that back wall.
Yeah.
But I think it's kind of foolish because it over there it takes a long time to set up. Here you could do whatever you want. Set up. Even on Warrior, it took a little bit longer to set up.
Right.
And you kind of have to settle for a cheap setup,
Not necessarily. It's just if you got control over the ball, bouncing it off the side wall to set it up is. I started off with a one-man goalie on tornado glass tops back in early 80s, late 70s, and nobody ever complained.
But I played on the ramps with Tornado, and it's even different than in the Warrior, and I just didn't like it overall. I feel like I could play on it, but
I have mixed emotions about it. I don't like losing a match or a game because the ball went off of one of the wingmen.
See, but on Warrior, I felt like for me there was different kind of slop. Like there was some weird slop for me over there, and I don't remember a point where it hit my wingman and went into this tournament. It just doesn't bother me.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't think like, I wish that third man.
All right.
Yeah, I haven't said that.
Sometimes, like I said, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, because it's easier to set up. You got more time to sit and look at the defense and study it or pass.
Yeah.
It's important to be able to utilize that time.
Right.
Without that third man there, you're subject to waiting for the ball to take its
That's
time
how I
rolling off
feel.
the ramp.
Exactly. Sometimes it happens. Yeah.
It kind of goes against you,
Right. In a way, especially on the other tables, our balls are pretty good, so they roll straight. It doesn't affect it as much, but.
What's your favorite table outside of the tornado?
Does Warrior count?
Of course.
I think Warrior would be. I haven't played on Fireball in a tournament yet. It's always different. Like Warrior, I think is a great practice table, but a tournament table. Not because like they bang up. I like the table. The ball kind of killed it for me, but the table is good. But besides the Warrior, I like Garlando just because it's a full offensive table.
Really?
Yeah, and I shoot good on the 2-bar, so it's fun.
A lot of bank shots?
No, just pulls. I could kind of do what other people can't do on that table, so they have trouble zoning me
You
out.
can do a lot of things that people can't do on all the tables, though.
Yeah, but that is a full spray table, and people have trouble hitting it straight. So yeah, it's just a great offensive table. It's a scoring table, and I'm an offensive player, so I like it.
Really?
Yeah.
I never see any offense out of you whatsoever.
I got a little offense. I don't got much defense.
No,
so
none of either.
I like the outscoring game. So yeah.
Well, I appreciate you sitting down talking with us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
I'm going to wind up talking to you again sometime.
Yeah, I will do it. This wasn't as bad as I thought.
I'll ask the harder questions next time. We'll talk about your love life.
Okay, sounds good. Hopefully it's going good in a couple months.
Happens, everybody. Thanks again for tuning in.
All right, guys.
Bye.
See you soon. All right, thanks for
Later,
listening.
buddy.
Thanks, buddy.